Yo.
Hey, hi.
It's Tyler and Keith, and we're here fucking plugged on, and we're here to look at Final Fantasy 15.
It's a game.
We're going to tell you what we like about it, and we're going to tell you what we maybe don't like as much about it. Final Fantasy 15 is finally a game.
It's a game.
Yeah.
It exists. It's a thing.
Yeah. We're playing on PS4. It's also on Xbox One and PC. So this game was announced in 2006.
Well, Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
Versus 13 was announced in 2006.
Yeah.
This
And
one
then-
was announced in 2013.
Yeah, and rebranded. And it's finally here. I mean, it took forever, but
Almost got hit by a car.
yeah, it did. What a dick!
If
If only he could flip dudes off.
only you could cause insurance fraud and act like you got hurt by the car. Be like, oh no,
I know. I want to ride a chocobo.
I chocobo.
Haha. Keith, I like this game.
I like this game too.
I'll be honest with everybody. This is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played.
This is the probably fifth. So I played 6, 7, 10, 13 in this. So I want to go back and play a couple of the other ones, but those are the ones I've specifically played. So
Yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy is always a franchise that has intrigued me, but I just literally just never really gave it a shot. Not for any particular reason. I just didn't. But this one just looked cool enough where it looked more up my alley that I really wanted to play it. And it turns out that I think it's a pretty damn solid game from start to finish. So, I don't know. Where do you want to start? Let's drive in a car. Let's go do something.
Let's hop in the car.
Yeah, let's figure out a quest. So yeah, here's all your cool stuff. This is obviously map, pretty self-explanatory. Quest, there's a lot of them. A lot of these quests just keep chaining together.
Oh yeah,
a lot of them.
I almost every single person you get a quest from, you'll probably get a bunch more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of damn quests in this game.
Gear, pretty self-explanatory in a way. So you can put a bunch of different stuff on Noctis. Noctis can use any weapon type and also magic in this game as well. These guys, so your buddies, Gladiolus, he can only use big things, great swords and shields. Ignis can use daggers, and then javelins, yeah. And then Prompto can use machinery type stuff and guns.
They also all can use magic as well. They all have they all have the capability of using magic as well. So
there you go.
Or because you're just basically just putting it in a vial and you throw it. So magic's really easy to use. I wouldn't recommend it because they will hit you.
Oh really?
They will hit you, and
yeah, I guess fire does hurt you. Now I think about it.
So.
Ascension, this is actually pretty damn cool, I think. This is where you upgrade, you get new abilities, and I don't know about you, I like how many options there are here.
There are a lot of options. I'm not even... I mean, it might be possible. I wonder if it's possible to get everything.
Maybe.
I mean, I think I technically could be, just because, I mean, there is a way to basically get an infinite number of AP points. I mean, technically, you just run around and kill shit, and you'll always get points. But you get AP points a lot.
Yeah, and you might look at some of the numbers for these AP points and be like, 999. How the hell am I going to get that? But that'll take you a little bit to get to. But you honestly do get them fairly quickly, and then you can unlock more skills that you'll get stuff quickly, and it's cool. It's not too bad. Honestly,
I was gonna say, it's without going into what happens. I spent my AP points on various things. Did one of the chapters, which is kind of linear, so you can't really do much else. Came back, I had over 170 AP points.
Yeah,
that's from one chapter.
Right. Skills. So Noctis can fish. Gladiolus is all about survival. Ignis cooking. Photography. Now, I think you and I agree on this. That Prompto's Ignis Gladiolus, they all kind of happen in ways. You know, Ignis, you got to focus on just a little bit, but it's not too hard.
You just got to go to
But
Havens.
Noctis is, with fishing, is really out of the way.
Like, I feel like there could have been just something better to do than fishing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because it's something that you kind of have, you literally have to force.
Right.
Whereas like Ignis, it's like you stay at a haven, he'll cook. If you stay at like a caravan or at a hotel, which is, that's where you rest and where you accumulate your experience points. That's where, you know, that's when he uses it. Whereas Gladiolus and Prompto just kind of happen all the time. Is you have to find a fishing spot in which there's not even really any benefit to fishing besides leveling up Noctis's fishing. Like, that's the only benefit to it. There's not like, oh, like with Ignis, it's like you want to go out of your way because he'll give you stat boosts. If you make the better meals you make, you get stat boosts. It's like, yeah, it makes it worth it. But
yeah, I mean, it's just a little frustrating. Elemency deals with your magic, then items, and archives. Let's get into something that's kind of neat about this game. That's that Prompto takes nice photos of titties.
Specifically of Cindy.
Yeah.
He's all up in that. Or he wants to be.
Yeah. But honestly, it is a cool thing, in my opinion, that Prompto just kind of takes pictures randomly in ways. Sometimes they turn into quests where you go to a cool spot.
Like, yeah, it's a fucking cool picture.
Oh, good.
There.
This one. That's cool.
That's cool. And then with the more you level him up, he gets filters.
Yeah.
You can fucking put a filter on it. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That is.
And like occasionally he'll ask you, I don't know if he's done this with you yet, he'll occasionally ask you, like, oh, what do you want in pictures? And you can be like, take more of Gladiolus. Like, okay, fine, I'll take more of him.
Yeah. These are all the things that Ignis can cook, all the recipes, and this is the best highly detailed rendered food I've ever seen in a video.
You can also just buy a cup of noodles, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Exactly. So this gets to another kind of annoying thing in a way to me. Why can I not see any of my active quests on here at all times? Or any of the side quests that I have? I can see quests that I can go grab. But all my side quests don't show up. It's just, I don't know. That's just an annoyance.
It's one of the things because, like, in most places you're going to move with the car.
I know.
So you can find that in the car. It's like you hop in the car, and then you can set it to, hey, I want to do that.
And that gets you to another thing that can be good or bad is the car.
Because the car is like, you don't really control it at all. You can sometimes if you decide you're going to drive and do the manual thing, you can. But for the most part, like, and I do this sometimes just so I can go do things. You just hit, manual, and I just put the controller down and I do something else for a little bit until I get close. I mean, you have to kind of watch your gas gauge because you don't want to run out of gas. Yeah. But like, it's like that. You just kind of pick, like, I want to go to this quest marker. I want to go to this parking spot. I want to go here, and it's just, or you can fast travel, and that costs. That's good though. That fast traveling and refueling your car does not break bank. Correct. Like it's so meaningless that it's like, oh yeah, sure. Like every time I go to like a haven, an outpost, I'll fill up. Why not? It's only 10 gil, and it's just I don't want to get caught with my pants down because I did almost run out of gas once trying to go from one end of the map that I have unlocked to the other. Yeah. Trying to go all the way from Lestalem to not Lestalem, even farther than that. All the way from there to Hammerhead, which is literally on opposite sides of the map.
And it's not. This game isn't joking when it says 5 minutes. Like that ride will legitimately take you 5 minutes to get to. So one thing that you can do though is you can unlock skills where for long car rides you'll get AP and experience, which. In ways, I kind of don't mind this. One, so I can get that stuff, and two, I can just go to bathrooms.
Also, you can listen to like the soundtracks of like other games. Also, I fucking love the soundtrack for Justice Monsters 5. Soundtracks, fuck, it gives me Super Smash Bros. Vibes. That soundtrack is incredible. Yeah.
So I can control the car right now. You can't really like drive off the road. You can't really speed up.
Well, you can, but you end up back on the road.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot you can do with driving.
I mean, you can hold the right trigger, go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
You can tell Ignis when to turn around and when to stop. That's about it.
Yeah.
Which it's just like a little thing. It's just like, ugh, why can't this be, I don't know. Why can't this be a little more intuitive?
Yeah.
Which I can understand having the option to just be like, just go. I don't feel like dealing with this, but maybe make it more worth it when you drive. I don't know, just something.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab this quest really quick. Who's back here?
I think it's it's the hunter guy.
Oh.
Dog tags.
Dog tags, yeah.
So yeah, like there's a lot of. I guess we can hop onto this. There's like a lot. I liked a lot of the side quests in this game.
Yeah, I don't expect, at least so far in what I've experienced, don't expect like Witcher 3 side quests.
No.
But a lot of them are go here, find this, but you'll end up in a situation where you'll be fighting some really cool things, and I enjoy them because I just enjoy playing this game, like combat-wise and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but don't expect a lot of storytelling in a lot of them so far.
There's only one that I think has any kind of like really good storytelling, and that one's actually a hunt. Yeah. It's the one for the Chocobo place, but
yeah. A lot of the side quests so far are kind of like these are about getting upgrades for your car. There's the dog tag ones. There's hunts, which hunts are probably my favorite form of side quest. So if you go to a restaurant or something, you can talk to the person. You can find out more stuff about the area, but then you can also go and get hunts. And hunts, you'll just fight cool monsters, and then you'll end up getting cool stuff out of it. I enjoy them. I mean, that was one of my favorite parts of The Witcher 3 is the monster contracts. So this is just another really cool thing. So yeah, we're killing stuff. Where they at?
Right there.
So you only control Noctis in this game, basically. There's not much else in terms of control that you can have over your other characters. Like, you can tell them to use special abilities, but you don't really take control of them when you do that.
You see right there, teamwork abilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like the game knows.
Yeah.
Combat, like, takes slow getting used to because, at least in my opinion, none of the button layouts for this game completely make sense.
Yeah.
Like, they're all a little haggard. Like, a little bit.
Yeah. Can we just take a second and look at this?
Yeah, let's just look at things. Like, look at those things in the background. Just look at the fucking landscape, man. It's awesome.
I know.
Like, that's might be one of my favorite things. Like, this is just a cool world to look at.
Yeah.
This might be one of the prettiest games I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, it's really pretty.
It's very pretty. Some of the animations could, be cleaned up, but it is a massive game, so you don't expect Uncharted 4 levels of animation. But let's just take a look. I wish I could command Prompto to take a selfie right now.
He might.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Anyways,
I had him. We were riding a chocobo. He took a selfie with a chocobo.
Did he?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll have to share that and show it to you sometime. He just was like, I'm gonna, because he really likes chocobos.
So there's some Imperial soldiers coming to fight me. I'm a little scared.
I think they're only like level 16. But yeah,
I want to find my shit.
I think you have to kill one of the monsters in order to get that thing.
Screw you, mate.
Boosh. So if you have a two-handed co-equipped, I think that's usually more effective against them. I don't remember exactly, but like so some of the stuff about the combat, like especially with like the base setting for it is you fucking circle is attack and square is roll and dodge, which is a little weird. It took a little getting used to because I just kind of stuck with it because I played the game for 6 hours and then I'm like, I'm already doing it this way. I might as well just stick with it.
Yeah,
but.
So, as Noctis, you can warp up to certain points. Oh my god, there's 3 different things in here. If you warp, you can get kind of a strategic thing, and then if you warp down onto somebody, you can do a lot more damage. Oh my goodness. This is not going well at all.
It's all good, man.
So I'm going to use my real nice sword. That hurts me, but does a lot of damage at the same time.
Use one of your team attacks, man.
Oh yeah, that is
Knock something out. So like using is it L1 on your binding or
R2.
R2? You can basically have you and another person can tag team people.
Yeah.
That's a fuck. Oh god, yeah. There's 3 different kinds of enemies. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice parry. I still don't know exactly how to parry perfectly each time.
It's a little finicky, but you know,
because like
it's whatever.
There's a boss fight later in the game where it's like, like you can just hold the block button and you'll get the parry and the counter. And then I tried that like just fighting things like this, and then it's like I do that and it don't work. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like because sometimes I'm just phase through them because that's how you can dodge. You can just kind of phase through things, and it's like I don't get what the difference is. Like I don't get like how like all right, how do I not phase and just fight things? So something died. Okay, but you'll run into situations like this a lot, like in the game where it's after the first chapter, Imperials will just kind of drop on you, and I think there goes Prompto.
It's just a little frustrating because all I wanted to do was come in and grab my shit, but now I'm in like a war, man.
You can use your Phoenix down to bring up fucking Prompto.
Yeah, and Gladiolus is going down too.
This fucking
Wonderful.
thing. Oh, well, you got the he gonna go down. So yeah, so you have like your standard fare. I associate it with Kingdom Hearts, but I know it came from this game with like potions, elixirs, the Phoenix down, which revives down teammates. Oh, they got 2 of them down. Oh fuck! All right, and so then it'll give them all their health back and shit like that, which is like nice.
Yeah.
This is kind of like you're at the point. You're also at the point like where like I started encountering this a lot too in the game. I'm about 17 hours into the game right now, so like I've been doing lots of side stuff, lots of stuff like that.
I find this combat though to be just an absolute joy. I mean, it can be challenging. At times it can be challenging. At times it can be kind of strategic. At times it can be mindless. It just kind of depends on the situation. Like this here, this is just very intense.
He's just fighting all kinds of things. A lot of the dungeons have cool fights at the end of them.
Yeah,
I noticed. Like those are like some of the best fights in the whole game because like they'll throw like 3 different high level enemies at you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck right. I was gonna say, since we're into this, if there's anything else that I can think of. Well, since we're fighting some of these creatures, like we're kind of back on the idea of like the hunts or whatever. Like some of them, they unlock at like certain levels. So like, you get stars for completing hunts. So for level 1 hunts, you get 1 star. Level 2 hunts, you get 2 stars. And like some of them are available only during the daytime. Some of them are available whenever. Others are just nighttime hunts. Yeah. And it's just and so you'll fight daemons or creatures like this. You don't really fight people. Like I mean, you encounter enough of the Imperial soldiers like all the time. Like It's just they're everywhere.
And they just kind of drop in like in this case here. No.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's talk about the story though. In this combat,
while we're locked in epic combat.
Yeah. So this game starts off, and you're gonna go get married as Noctis, and then things go south
very quickly.
Yeah.
Like by the end of the chapter 1.
Yeah.
Things have gone south.
Yeah. The Empire, the capital city, kind of gets attacked and taken over. They threw in cutscenes from Kingsglaive, the Final Fantasy 15 movie that they put out a couple months ago. Personally, I think they're cool, but they're a little jarring at the same time.
Like how, like, just is like, oh, look, this is super high quality.
Yeah, like, they're super high quality, and then, in ways there's not the best of context if you haven't watched that movie. But it's fine. I mean, it's entertaining for sure. So far, the story hasn't grabbed me, but, I'm only on chapter 3 or 4-ish.
I think I understand where you're coming from. I think it gets a little better. Check over by the car.
Yeah,
Help this one.
it's still in combat though.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I saw
outside.
something down there.
Yeah, I need to get out of combat.
And then, but like one of the things was like you have to kill him.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, like it gets better because it starts to become more intrigued because you get introduced to a character, the person you're going to marry, Lady Lunafreya, who's the Oracle, and you're trying to figure out like what she's been up to because when shit goes down, she's unaccounted for.
Yeah.
So it's like that's kind of a big portion of the story, and I like that there's like an interesting dynamic with a bunch of the other characters too. So like, you meet Iris, who's Gladiolus' sister, and like,
oh my god,
and
I might just come back to this.
And there's like a whole section of where like a kind of mission is a tour mission.
Yeah.
Where and like I like how there's two things which is kind of about this game that I like, which is there's all kinds of there's choice in the game, but I like that it's almost like just a personal choice. You don't have to really sit there and think terribly hard about it because again in that sequence you and Iris have like a conversation, and you could kind of come off as an asshole depending on what option you pick, but then that doesn't really affect the story at all if you end up deciding that. So it's just stuff like that. I like that, and you can see that there's like all the characters are well flushed out. I feel like
I like too the relationship between all your homies that you're rolling with. I think it's really well done, and I think sometimes you'll be camping and you'll wake up and then Gladiolus will be like, let's go on a run.
Yeah.
And you get to kind of do more with him and get to know him a little bit more and stuff, which is cool.
One of my favorite things is part of the reason why Prompto is probably my favorite of the four characters is sometimes after finishing a battle, he'll just go or he'll say, dude, I need that experience so I can level up, and I'm like, Prompto, you're my man. And then he loves riding a chocobo as much as I do. I'm like, he's me. He's a Final Fantasy fan put into a Final Fantasy game. This guy's incredible. I feel like all the characters are cool. Like, Ignis is kind of like almost like I almost want to say stuck up in some ways.
In ways.
Gladiolus is like the serious, like tough guy, like knock that shit off.
Yeah.
You need to get your act together. And then Noctis is like the typical in some ways spoiled rich kid in a lot of ways. And it's just like, these characters feel alive. They'll just talk and they'll have conversations, and then sometimes they'll be in a car ride and they won't say anything, and that feels so real because it's like, you don't have to force like a conversation all the time between characters. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, stuff like that's really cool to me.
Made it.
Yay.
Yeah, I can agree to that, and I think they're all pretty well written for the most part. I think the one thing that could kind of be jarring at first is the just very wide range of voices in the game, in terms of like you have an Italian dude and a Southern dude, but you get used to it at over time.
Like you just kind of get used to like this is just how some characters are.
Yeah.
What is that thing? Oh, okay.
But I like him for the most part. Now, I'm excited to get to know more of them, and meet new characters as the game goes on. I think the thing about this game though is this is a huge game, but to me it doesn't feel overwhelming at all. Like you play The Witcher 3 and you just feel completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, you can sometimes feel like what the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah, like you can somewhat mainline the game in a way, in terms of the story. You might have to do a little bit of side stuff, but not a lot. I think, which is cool.
It is, it's the whole like play the way you want to play.
Yeah.
If you just want the story, just play the story.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Let's go back and so one thing that is a little annoying to me at times is you really shouldn't be out at night because a lot of monsters show up then, and sometimes it can be annoying when you're just kind of trapped at night, and you can go back to your car, just kind of warp there, but just if you didn't want to and you just wanted to go to a camp because you wanted to level up camping, or you wanted to get buffs out of it or whatever, it's kind of annoying that you'll maybe run into some stuff. I get it why they did it, but at the same time it can just be annoying at times when you're running into something that's like level 55 and like, you're at 20 and it completely destroys you, and that can just be a little frustrating. So when you get experience after battles or completing quests, it's not applied right away. It's only applied when you stay somewhere. So you can stay at a caravan like this, which will get you experience. You can stay at like a nice hotel or something, and then you can also camp out, which camping then Ignis will cook something and you'll get buffs out of it.
Whereas staying at a caravan or like a hotel, you will get an experience boost.
Yes.
Like you'll get more experience from staying there. So, there's pluses and minuses to both.
Yeah.
And so, and you get to this nice little screen where if you cook, you pick what Ignis cooks, which won't happen here. You can look through the photos. Prompto usually takes somewhere around 10 photos each day, and you just look to see. I mean, and I like the realism in the sense that some of his photos are complete crap.
Sometimes, yes.
They're just like, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like he took a close up of Noctis's hair once, and I'm like, the heck is this? And then it's like, but then so you get cool shit like that though, because like you can level up like 4 or 5 times from this one sitting, and it'll also calculate all this shit here too. And you can just get a nice little look at all the photos.
I notice he takes a lot of pictures for me, of Gladiolus at least. A lot. I didn't tell him either. But
you get like that. That's not bad. Ooh.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Sure.
No, there you go. I fucking love Prompto. That's why he's like my favorite character. That right there. Also the next photo too, because he completely messes it up. See, that's what I mean. It's like he just fucked it up. Which I mean, I guess maybe you level him up, he'll get better. But
yeah, it's cool.
There's a surprising amount of life to this game.
Yeah, it's cool to me that this game turned out to be a pretty solid game after such a troubled development.
Yeah, and it's nowhere near a perfect game, but it's a really fun game. Like this game might actually rival possibly some of the most fun I've had like all year in terms of gaming.
Yeah,
this game's just a straight up joy to play.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time when I play this game, I start playing it, and then all of a sudden like 3 hours are gone.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh.
Usually I'm sitting here and it's like 2 or 3 hours. Like whoops, and I've done a couple of quests. Like, I played for 2 hours earlier, and I got done like 4 or 5 side quests because like I have like a bunch of quests that are under level 10, and I'm like almost level 30 at this point. And it's like I should get rid of some of these lower end quests that are just eating up my time.
Yeah.
So
the car you can customize too, just to throw that out. You can customize chocobos as well.
I have to. Yeah, I haven't done too much with that. Yeah, I guess there's outfits. I haven't found any. I guess there's other outfits besides like the 2 main sets of outfits that you get. Let's see. What else is there? Anything else? I mean, there's dungeons, which I mean, of course, it's a Final Fantasy game. Of course, there's gonna be dungeons. Which the dungeons are some of the most fun sequences in the entire game because you get good weapons at the end of them.
Yep.
And they're just cool designs. No spoilers. There's one of in some of the earlier chapters, there you get some serious God of War vibes, and you'll see what I mean when you get to that part. It's like, and I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is like this big kind of shit going on, and and that's why I like the scope of this game. So
yeah,
because that's the thing. I
scope
think
and scale is great.
The whole game technically is loaded up for you at once, and it's like you can go fucking anywhere. Now I know that like right around chapter 10, it starts to get a little linear, and then chapter 13 is the point of no return. Like that's where like you have to finish the story. But like, yeah, you get all it's boom, you go wherever the hell you want. If you wanted, you could hop in a car right now and go from one end of the map to the other. And you know what? No loading screen the whole way, which is cool.
Yes.
I'm not sure if there's really any other RPG that I can think of that's like that. Whereas except for like fast traveling, there's not really in like doing certain actions. There's not really any loading screens in the whole.
I mean, Witcher, Skyrim, they're kind of like that in ways, but whenever, at least in Skyrim, whenever you go to some place, it loads.
Yeah.
So, but it is impressive though with this game for sure. Also, just it's a pretty game as well. So.
Yeah, you say that right as we get to Cindy.
Yeah.
She's bae.
She's bae.
It's weird that like her role is basically like the new Cid, essentially. But like she's like one of my favorite characters, and that's kind of what her role is to just look nice and say things about cars.
Yep.
And to fix my car up for me.
Yeah. And to have her panties sticking out of her pants.
Yeah. Again, I swear to God, they designed this game like how Japan thinks what America's like.
Potentially.
Like just like all the accents, because they're all like, oh yeah, I can see somebody in America looking like this, and then like, this especially this area right here looks like Midwestern America, all kinds of shit like that. Like it's just yeah.
Yeah. Let's go talk to this dude.
So maybe do a hunt and then see where that takes us from there. See if there's any left in here.
I don't know if I did all these or not.
Might not, because I think those two are level. Those two are level 3. So.
Where's this one?
Oh, it's a night one. So you get to hunt at night.
Yay!
You get to see what we talk about it being dangerous at night.
Sure.
Why not?
Driving at night kind of stinks too, because you'll be driving along the road and then all of a sudden, like a giant, like an iron giant.
And you can't go around it.
Nope.
So it's like fuck. I think usually you can get in and get out of your car, and then it'll like, or if you leave and then fast travel to your car, it'll sometimes work.
Yeah.
Or if you fast travel someplace while you're in your car, it'll work. So yeah, basically all these like we said earlier is just you run and you kill shit. That's it. So,
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Sort
of, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really that's completely necessary to bring up about this game. I think we hit a lot of the points.
Yeah. I mean, Square Enix is updating this game to add more story content to the game. More, like, clarification, and they're updating Chapter 13.
Which is apparently an issue.
Yeah.
With some people's. That's not good.
Screw you, Holmes.
Okay, they're just
also
regular guys. Yeah.
Soundtrack, phenomenal.
I like the soundtrack
for the most part. I really do enjoy it.
There might not be anything that was like no. Might not be like a one-winged angel in here.
Yeah.
But like, it's great. Like the again, like you were just hearing a second ago, like the fighting combat is like. There we go. There's Prompto. I was talking about that earlier. But like it's like it's cool and it makes you like, oh yeah, it helps with the combat. It makes me feel epic.
Yeah.
Which is like, I hope that this is kind of the direction that I hope that like turn-based RPGs are a thing of the past in Final Fantasy games. Like I hope this is the direction because I mean, in my opinion, turn-based RPGs are kind of
okay.
They're kind of dead. So, yeah, there's one of the big guys we were talking about. He's level 30. I wouldn't recommend taking him on.
No.
He's a big guy. So you can just run away from any fight, and then he'll still be there. Like, you turn around, he'll be there, but...
Oh, and Imperial soldiers drop.
Well, maybe the Imperial soldiers will take him down.
Or they'll come join me up here.
Which is probably more likely. And then you just have to fight lots of things. You have to fight these little... fucking muck-looking things, and
yeah.
So then basically, like a lot of these, you have to find them, which is a little bit harder on the nighttime ones because they don't actually spawn in until you get to where they're supposed to be. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like otherwise, like in the daytime, they just naturally populate the world. And it's like, yeah, here they are. Whereas like now there he is.
What the fuck
Like,
is
he looks
this
like a
thing?
muck, doesn't he? It's a
Yeah.
fucking muck or a grimer.
Yeah. Screw you, dude. Okay. I don't
There
like
it
you.
is. So, yeah. Is there anything else necessarily?
Not that I have. As a first Final Fantasy, I really enjoy this game. It makes me want to. I know, gameplay wise, it's completely different. But it does make me want to go play the other Final Fantasy RPGs for sure. I enjoy it, and it makes me want to look forward to, Final Fantasy VII Remake whenever that happens, and all kinds of stuff. So I enjoy it. I think if you're looking to get into Final Fantasy, this is possibly a good place to start. I think
I feel like this
some
game is a little
fans
bit more accessible.
might not agree with that, but yeah, I do think this is a pretty accessible game. So I enjoy it a lot.
I do too. Like this is one of those games where I don't think the issues with the game are enough to bring the game terribly down, in my opinion. I think it's just a good, it's just a fun game, which is like all you can really ever want.
Yep, I agree for sure. Yay!
Target eliminated.
Look at me. A plus. 666. Metal as fuck. Alright.
Scores?
If I were to score it right now, I'd probably go like an 8.5 out of 10.
I was going to say the same. I think it's an 8.5. I mean, there's room for improvement, but this is going to be a fun game. This is going to be the game that I play for like the rest of the year.
Yep.
Essentially, so.
I agree. So yeah, check out Final Fantasy 15. We enjoy it. Hope you do too. We'll see you guys later.